Okay, Abuzia, Yabama Kwaba Shunkoso Edeba Ghana Politics Avenue. So latest update on Kwabena Duboyeno and your project at the Ato ye screen no and chain at the Amamono Court of Appeal dismisses Duboyen's plea to Quash High Court ruling rejecting application for further disclosure from Attorney General. Abuzia, we any latest update ewa ye baby breaky at the Amamono ye Kwabena Duboyen file on the lawyers file application to a Quash High Court ruling to reject the application or the call say omoma sa certain judge na or say edi omasem or be case no abusuan sisi ano Court of Appeal ayeden dismiss sa application abusuan enye asem keto akra we ne ensema course but GH1 so the publication ato abonten also Court of Appeal dismisses Boahen's appeal for document from 1992 in 49.1 million Ghana cedis case. Abusuan we ne ensema course into breaking news no eno na ya project e de ato ye screen no enchen e de amamo me yanko na yenkonkoti ensem bia e course our political highway neba SML scandal. Mo me yanko na yenkonkoti unsubscribe ya subscribe like and share ma afofron so ensa into me enkabia ha Ghana Politics Avenue so medamase.
Musa Dankwa and also the Afrobarometer survey have tracked public sector corruption. It's not looking good. And we segue into this National Service Authority, the latest details of the forensic audit. But here is why this is a problem. I'm going to show it to you. The total irregularities, financial irregularities in our public institutions over the last, at least we tracked, the last 5 years, it tells a story, a troubling one for that matter. And look at this. In 2020, total irregularities, we're talking about cash irregularities, payroll irregularities, procurement. Procurement is a big issue in the public sector. One of the areas that facilitates corruption. Procurement. There's 12.9 billion total irregularities in 2020, increased to 17.5 billion Ghana cedis in 2021, 15.1 billion in 2022, 8.8 billion cedis in 2023. And you look at that. In the election year 2024, we had the highest within the 5-year period that we are tracking, 18.4 billion Ghana cedis. And as we put it on record, the caveat is that not all of this is lost essentially, but these are irregularities captured by the Auditor General. This is a country that is still grappling with resources. We lack resources. We say we don't have enough money to prosecute a number of the projects that we are also then financing. But look at this. 2024 recorded the highest irregularities coinciding with an election year and the end of a presidential tenure. Now, this is where we see a very interesting trend. And if you look at the total irregularities breakdown, financial institutions that lend to public institutions and the public institutions that also give out some form of loans form 62.6 billion Ghana cedis. The procurement cash payroll irregularities constitute a little over 10 billion Ghana cedis. And this is where it gets worrying. The loans and debts in the public sector alone constitute over 86.2%. And this is why the president was of the view that people should be going to Insawam for some of these crimes. This is it. Cash irregularities over 6.9 billion within that 5-year period. And then procurement irregularities over 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. And you have contract over 1.3 billion. And then the big one, you see the other one as well here, which has been of major concern, over 38 million related to payroll irregularities. All of these irregularities on a yearly basis, it keeps repeating. We have this. It's not like one of them has been dealt with. Every year, it is repeated. And we lose money through either cash, procurement, contract, tax, payroll, stores. All of these. So what is the problem? Coupled with this forensic audit that tends to reveal a lot more than what the normal audit reveals, that we even cry about at the Public Accounts Committee. This is the president, a couple of weeks ago, make that call that we should be sending people to Nsawam as a way of deterring others from engaging in this level of public sector corruption. Take a look.
To find a final solution to this Auditor General's report, that persons who are found guilty of infractions or do not follow due procedure or lead to loss of public resources, we must have a fast-track process to Nsawam. Fast-track, before you see you in Nsawam, 6 months. You know, until we do that, until there's a deterrent, we're going to come every year and they say total misappropriation and infractions of found out by the Auditor General is about 15 billion cedis. I mean, if we save 15 billion cedis, can you imagine what it could do? To find a final solution to this Auditor General's report, that persons who are found guilty of infractions or do not follow due procedure or lead to loss of public resources, we must have a fast-track process to Nsawam. Fast-track, before you see you in Nsawam, 6 months. You know, until we do that, until there's a deterrent, we're going to come every year and they say total misappropriation and infractions of found out by the Auditor General is about 15 billion cedis. I mean, if we save 15 billion cedis, can you imagine what it could do?
So that's the president, John Dramani Mahama there. How many of you share in that sentiment? Because of all of this, these irregularities due to public sector corruption, people should just be sent to Nsawam, you know, as a way of deterring others from engaging in this level of public sector corruption that is uncovered by the Auditor General in the audit reports, at least, that we tracked between 2020 and 2025. This is even beyond what the forensic audit that the National Service Authority, in fact, was subjected to brought. We'll get into that, but we're dealing with this Auditor General's findings over the last 5-year period and the President's sentiments and concerns and his recommendations. Well, I've been joined in the studio by Dr. Joshua Zato. He is a senior lecturer, Political Science Department at the University of Ghana, Legon. Which I indicated, he's not dropped that intentions of representing the people of Sisala. He's not dropped, as far as I know. We've been having private conversations on the ticket of the MPP. But it's good to have you. Good morning. Dr. Joshua Zato.
Good morning, Alfred. Good morning.
Wonderful.
My friend here, Solomon, says he will write a check for me.
No,
I'll introduce him. He says he will write a check for me one day. So he has money. So
wonderful. Let me welcome his very good friend, Solomon Owusu. He is the National Communications Officer for the newly formed United Party Plus, UP Plus party, led by Alan Kojo Chemanting. Mr. Solomon, also good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Alfred, and happy to be back and happy to be here. And good morning to my brother, Dr. Zato, who has thrown into the air some misrepresentations that has to be dealt with this morning.
Which is what?
He made certain statements over the week that Paul Afoko rejoining the MPP is a pain to the UP. And I thought that...
It means the MPP is still attractive.
Well, how is it attractive? He has always been a member of the MPP. So if you own one of your own, that is rejoining, so how is it a pain to the UP party?
But he was suspended.
If you are suspended, doesn't mean you are not part of the party.
I didn't know that you watched the show on Wednesday. You were watching it.
No, I watched. But the point is that I was very surprised. It tells me how you are threatened by the existence of the UP. Because we were not looking for Paul Afoko to come and do anything in our party. We have our interim national chairman, we have all our executives in place, we have a founding leader of the party. So what were we expecting Paul Afoko to come and do in our party? If you suspended someone and you claim him back, how does it become a pain to a party that been formed to win political power?
Don't worry, the pain is small. It's okay.
How does it
the pain is small.
No, but I was very surprised that you go on that tangent that it is a pain to the UP party.
Is it not?
It is.
How can it be?
It is.
If someone who once described the political parties as a foam decides to go back to the same foam, who is that person?
So, yeah, really?
Now,
That's the point.
now, let me speak.
That's the point. If someone who, in spite of the fact that you were legitimately elected, and the mafia decides to kick you out of which your own brother suffers the consequences of it, decides to go back and rejoin the people that punished the brother because of him. How does it become my pain? It must rather be a source of concern to him and his family. And anybody that thought that, hey, he would do the right thing. And so, for me, if there is any pain, that pain has to be with the family and any acquaintances. I know the UP party that is flourishing, that is rigorously recruiting members, most of which are coming from the New Patriotic Party.
Interesting.
So let me quickly say, Honorable Paul Afoko, you wanted to...
No.
Honorable Paul Afoko, good morning, thank you. What you did was you demonstrated political maturity. You demonstrated that you still love your roots and your party. You demonstrated that even though you left the mothership briefly, you came back. You demonstrated that your party, the New Patriotic Party, is still very attractive. You demonstrated that the New Patriotic Party still has the solutions to this country and not where you go. And I'm happy that you did that. I'm also happy that when you left the MPP for all these years, you never attacked the MPP, you never criticized the MPP, you never said anything bad about the MPP. You acted in a mature way, you acted in a responsible way, and that you never beat the hand that fed you. You never beat the hand that fed you. Even though, again, you had every legitimate right, like he said, your brother suffered on the MPP, your person suffered, even because of all this.
It is the most useless
every legitimate reason. To be bitter. You were not bitter. You had every legitimate reason to insult and to criticize the MPP. You never did. The people who were fed by the MPP from 2016 to 2020, people who got Jewish appointment under Nana Addo, people who at one point in time sat in Nana Addo's cabinet, like Honorable Alan Chirameteng, with those who have criticized the MPP. That is shameful. And that is bitterness. This bitterness, look, you said they are Nana People's Party. You still know, you said they...
No, hold on. I am going to ask him that question.
Nana people were appointed.
I have to give it time to respond. All right.
You said Nana People's Party, you are Nana People's Party. Let's just agree that. Who is Nana People's Party? I define Nana people as people that Nana Addo appointed and gave them jobs, gave them food, gave them accommodation. You did that. No, it's true. No, it's important. Now you come out and you are literally shitting on the party or the people that fed you one day. Today, Paul Afoko has shown you grace. He has shown you that is not how to do the kind of politics you did. It's childish. Don't do that.
Well, at what point did Paul Afoko leave the NPP?
No, he wasn't. He was suspended.
Yes.
He left. He was suspended.
He was suspended, but he didn't leave.
No, he was suspended. When you have suspended for a party, you're no more there.
No.
You're suspended.
He was suspended as the national chairman.
He was never suspended as a member of the party. He was suspended. Good. If he was suspended, imagine that you run and win to be a national chairman and then you are suspended, removed from office. everything that you promised delegates, you are not doing it.
Yes.
Imagine also after all that, your own brother is going through a lot under the same government.
Okay.
Imagine all these things.
Okay.
Despite all these things, he has shown maturity. He has shown that the MPP is more attractive. He has come back home and he's telling people that don't be ungrateful to the people that once fed you and clothed you.
Okay, you just I needed to clarify that. Yes.
So first of all, Paul Afoko
in 2 minutes
has been a member of the MPP. He never left the MPP. So if you are a member of a group and you still remain a member of the group, what sort of how do you describe the person as coming from somewhere? Again, there is no way that you can describe Alan Chamati as an ungrateful being.
Okay.
How did he become an ungrateful being? Just by leaving a political party that he feels that the foundation, the ideologies based upon which it was set up has been deviated and so going on his way. You cannot be going on that tangent. That is a mark of a man who believes in principles.
Okay.
If there was anything to go by, then you are telling me that Addo leaving the PFP in 1979 was also a mark of being disingenuous. Forming the UNC with his uncle Powell was disingenuous. That is not it. You came for a political party through another person.
All right.
Your own candidate, Bawumia, you are supporting. It is a public record that he was never a member of the MPP. What was his political lineage? Was it not NDC?
All right, so thank you, gentlemen, thank you. Let me also acknowledge the presence of a man who has, over the period, impacted knowledge in many ways. In fact, we've been having conversations for some time now, and today he's here in a very important capacity, because this matter that we're going to deal with is one that he has been working on for quite a while. Isaac Danso-Ejiri is a chartered accountant. He is a private legal practitioner. One time, in fact, many years ago, he was the best graduating law student from the Ghana School of Law, and he's worked in many ways. He's a PhD candidate in the Oxford University, and he's joining us in the studio. Isaac Danso-Ejiri, good morning.
Good morning, Alfred, and thanks for having me.
Welcome. Finally, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Also joining us is the CEO of the Ghana Shippers Authority, a political scientist, Professor Ransford Jampo. Prof, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Alfred. Thanks for having me. Yesterday, we at the Ghana Shippers Authority convened a seminar for judges. We call it Maritime Law Seminar for Judges, and it was about updating all judges about what is happening in our maritime space. It was about sensitizing judges about our new act that empower us as effective regulator in the maritime space. It was also about taking judges on tour of the ports to see at first hand what happens there, to guide judges in determination of matters that we send to them. If people are running afoul of our laws, if people are milking shippers dry, and we decide to take them to court, we wanted the judges to appreciate what really takes place within our industry, so that their judgment could be contextualized and in a manner that would make them effective in the delivery and in the adjudication of disputes that place before them. And so it was successful. I saw the acting Chief Justice and all the important people, or all the judges were there. It was exciting to see how they came to listen to us in our sensitization drive. And I want to commend the management and staff of the Ghana Shippers Authority for helping all of us to achieve this feat. I also want to make the point, I don't know whether I should make it off air or, but I think that it's about the...
If you're unsure, then we will talk about it.
No, I want to. I still want to talk about it. I still want to talk about it. I think that my brother Zato and my brother Solomon, they have their morning morning displays, and it occurs. Sometimes I watch them in the other programs that you hold. But when we come here on key points, we should allow us to be sober in reflecting on the issues and not the bantering that now they are gradually being known.
So they have always
otherwise don't put
position
them together. Sit one day and then the other one day.
They will be together.
Because one day.
They are very good friends. Thank you, Prof. Thank you very much.
Otherwise, separate them.
Thank you very much.
Because it's like the moment they come together, and then I can see your camera people just laughing and they are excited about that.
You stated your point.
I don't think that is
they are very good friends and they have their differences.
Let them do this on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
But then again, that leads us to our next issue and what we've been talking about. This foundation that has been laid this morning, specifically about, gentlemen, thank you, about what has been of major concern, not only to the president, but to quite a number of people. Alfred Appiah is a data scientist. He's joining us as well on Zoom. Alfred, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Alfred, and good morning to everybody in the studio.
Perfect. Now, Daniel Yao Demelovo is a former Auditor General of the Republic of Ghana. He's also joining us via Zoom. And Martin Pebu, as well, private legal practitioner, is joining us via Zoom as well. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. First off, I want to start off with you. Professor Ransford Jampo, if you see these irregularities captured in the Auditor General's report over a 5-year period, and the view of the president is send people to his home as a way of deterrence. Let's hear from the president. Again, we'll set the basis for it because it's a major issue of concern. Take a look at this.
To find a final solution to this Auditor General's report, that persons who are found guilty of infractions or do not follow due procedure or lead to loss of public resources, we must have a fast-track process to Nsawam. Fast-track, before you see you in Nsawam, 6 months. You know, until we do that, until there's a deterrent, we're going to come every year and they say total misappropriation and infractions of found out by the Auditor General is about 15 billion cedis. I mean, if we save 15 billion cedis, can you imagine what it could do?
Okay, I was winning and some also our political highway. So a year Kwabena Edubuan a court of appeal at dismiss on the lawyer's application to quash a year, a document be our medical PMO or court. But I'm at some Japan cocotiza and some way at the Maya Ghana Politics Avenue. So don't forget to click on the notification bell, Sanabaya, any updates, Bia, Yabedrop, Bialo. Once a bit to me, Aka, Damasa.